What does advanced threat detection really look like in Australia? You'd be surprised how often that word, advanced, gets used. Without much scrutiny, let's take a closer look. Across the country, organizations are investing in what they believe is advanced threat detection. We hear the same names over and over: EDR, XDR, SIEM, Microsoft Defender. And yes, these tools are important. They're foundational, but they are not, by themselves, advanced. Treating them as the peak of security maturity? That's not just misleading. It's dangerous. Why? Because the adversaries you're defending against have access to these same tools. They test their malware against leading EDRs. They study Microsoft's security stack. They know how your SIEM works, and they know how to slip past it. So if your strategy relies solely on vendor alerts, you're operating within parameters your adversary has already rehearsed. That's not advanced. That's baseline. In Australia and globally, most threat detection is still reactive. SOC teams read threat reports, extract IOCs, then sweep their environments for signs of compromise. Sound familiar? Sure. But this is threat chasing, not threat detection. It's entirely backward-looking, and it depends on already knowing what the attacker's footprint looks like. If you don't know it, you don't find it. And when zero-day malware hits, when a novel attack chain unfolds, that whole model collapses. The breach isn't detected because no one had the signature, because no alert fired, because the tools were blind. Here in Australia, we've got high rates of security tooling adoption. Compliance frameworks like PCI DSS, CPS 234, and the Essential 8 have driven maturity. But with maturity has come complacency. Many businesses prioritize visibility of controls over effectiveness, dashboards over outcomes, green ticks over real assurance. Meanwhile, the threats we face, from nation-state actors to ransomware gangs, they're quiet, they're patient, and they move in ways that bypass everything we think we're monitoring. So let's ask the hard question. What are you really detecting? Or are you just waiting for your tools to tell you after the damage is already done? Let's break this down. Most threat detection focuses on the known knowns, things we already understand, things we can detect using predefined logic. But that's just one slice of the risk. What about the known unknowns? The threats we can imagine but haven't seen yet. Or worse, the unknown unknowns. The ones no one has ever documented before? That's where breaches happen, and where today's tooling fails. So what should advanced really mean? It should be behavioral, anticipatory, adversary-aware. It should be driven by hypotheses, not just alerts. It should analyze how an attacker might breach you, not just detect if they did. It should look beyond what vendors provide out of the box. And it should detect, yes, detect even zero-day threats by understanding capabilities and behaviors, not just signatures or events. And here's the opportunity. Australia can lead the way. We've got the talent. We've got the collaboration between government and industry. And we've got the frameworks. But we need to evolve from passive detection to proactive compromise validation. Not waiting for something to go wrong, but actively verifying with intention and rigor that nothing has gone wrong. This changes everything. It means designing systems that assume breach, that constantly challenge their own integrity, that use deception, simulation, and human-led hunting to seek out the threats no tool can see. It's not just technical, it's philosophical. It's the difference between sitting in the dark, hoping no one's inside, versus walking the halls, checking every door, and knowing with certainty that no one is. Australian businesses can lead this charge. We don't have to wait for the world to catch up. We can define what advanced detection looks like, not by trusting our tools, but by trusting our practice. Let's stop chasing threats and start proving we're safe. Want to learn more? The full breakdown is on our blog, so visit us at www.cyberstash.com.